This is the Hummingbird News Channel, where we keep you up to date with news from across Jamaica. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And now the details. Woman mauled by dogs. In another horrific dog attack, a 61-year-old St. Anne woman was mauled by two pit bulls while on her way to work last Saturday. Bavette Watson Balfour suffered several bites and was rushed to the St. Anne's Bay Regional Hospital, where she underwent emergency care before being released on Monday. Watson Balfour's co-worker Nigel Heslop was also injured as he and others tried to assist her. It is the second serious dog attack in St. Anne in 7 months after 5-year-old Michael Allen was seriously injured last November 2020 in St. Dacre near Alexandria. Watson Balfour, who lives in Eltham, Ocho Rios, was making her way to the Agriculture Ministry's Eltham Training Center, where she has worked for the past 33 years when the dogs pounced sometime between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Heslop, a groundsman at Eltham, heard Watson Balfour's cries for help and rushed to intervene. With help from the watchman, Robert Walker, and another co-worker, they eventually managed to subdue the dogs and cage them in a garage receptacle. Heslop was bitten on the left arm, and his cellular phone was damaged after one of the dogs bit his thigh. According to co-workers, the animals were later taken by personnel from the Jamaica Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Walker said when he reached the location, he saw that the gates to the premises where the dog's owner lives was open. There were 3 dogs, but one was chained right at the gate, Walker said. Another co-worker said when she saw Watson Balfour's battle with the dogs, she cried out, "God help her." Then I saw her hold the 2 dogs, one in each hand. She later told me that while the dogs were attacking her, she just felt a burst of strength and just reached out and grabbed the animals as they were biting her, she said. Watson Balfour's sister, Shireen Watson Tennant, thanked God for giving her sibling the strength to survive. She was bitten all over, in her head, above her eyebrow, on her legs, thighs, arms. I felt so terrible. But I give God thanks because she is alive, she added. Watson Tennant said her sister is on antibiotics and is to do follow-up visits to the health center and also to visit an ophthalmologist to check on her right eye. Driver in Bogwalk Gorge crash charged with manslaughter. The driver of the motor car that crashed into a minibus in the Bogwalk Gorge that resulted in the death of a woman has been charged with manslaughter. 21-year-old Malik Winter, a laborer of a Cheesefield Linstead address in St. Catherine, was charged on Friday and is scheduled to appear in court on Friday, June 18. He is charged with the death of 59-year-old Valerie Ennis, a laborer of the White House housing scheme in the parish. The crash happened about 9:30 a.m. on June 8th. The police reported that Ennis was among passengers in a Toyota Hiace minibus that was heading towards Linstead from Spanish Town. It is further reported that while traveling along the roadway, a Toyota Fielder motor car, which was being driven by Winter, overtook a line of traffic and crashed into the minibus. The impact caused the Hiace to careen into the Rio Cobre. At least 8 people, including Winter and a passenger in the Toyota Fielder, sustained injuries. Ennis, who was ejected from the minibus and was taken from the river by divers, was pronounced dead at hospital. Woman among 2 killed in separate shootings in Kingston. The police say that reprisal may be behind the shooting death of a woman on 3rd Street in Trenchtown, Kingston, this morning. She has been identified as LaFane Bennett. The attack happened about 7:30. Her body had several gunshot wounds. Bent is the second female to be killed on 3rd Street since the start of this week.
On Sunday, 16-year-old Rashida Hall, a student of Charlie Smith High School, was shot and killed by unknown assailants. A man, 23-year-old Elvin James, was killed meters away during that attack. Meanwhile, while at 3rd Street this morning, police investigators were called to another fatal shooting at Darling Street. A man was shot and subsequently rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Security guard killed in Portmore gun attack. The police in Portmore, St. Catherine, are searching for the attackers who shot and killed a man on Caymanas Drive on Monday. No motive is yet to be established for the murder of security guard Jermaine Duffus, who is from the community of Myrtle Way, which is also in Portmore. It is reported that about 1:45 p.m., Duffus, who does duties at Woody's Food Court in Portmore, was sitting in his white Toyota Corolla motor car in front of the church he attended when 4 men came up and shot him multiple times. He was pronounced dead at hospital. Family members and friends who converged at the crime scene had to be restrained by the police as they sought to view his body, which was still inside the car. One grieving family member who declined an interview was overheard saying that Duffus was not involved in any wrongdoing and noted that he got baptized 2 years ago. One resident who asked not to be identified said that Duffus is known to visit the location. He attends a church across the road and he comes here almost daily. Sometimes he sits in his car for a while and then drive off if the church is not in session, the resident said. Another resident said 4 men were seen running from the scene and that they got into a silver parked car nearby and drove away. 4 illegal firearms seized. The police are reporting that 4 firearms and more than 20 rounds of ammunition were seized in various operations across Jamaica on Monday. According to reports, between 5:15 a.m. and 6:45 a.m., the St. James Police searched a house in Coconut Loop District in Catherine Hall, where 2 illegal guns were found hidden in a drawer. The weapons were identified as a 9mm Springfield pistol with a magazine containing 15 9mm cartridges and a .38 special revolver and a magazine containing 10 9mm cartridges. 1 man was taken into custody in connection with the seizure. Then about 1:30 p.m., the Morant Bay Police in St. Thomas conducted an operation on Blacksmith Lane. During a search of the area, a Smith & Wesson .38 pistol containing 5.38 rounds of ammunition was found at the root of a tree. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. The final seizure occurred in Cane Heap District, Richmond, in St. Mary. It is reported that about 8:30 p.m., residents contacted the Port Maria police and handed over a 9mm pistol. The residents reportedly told the police that they found the firearm on a church compound. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. 23 new COVID-19 cases, 1 additional death. An additional COVID-19 fatality has been recorded, moving the tally to 1,012. The health ministry says the 37-year-old man from St. Catherine died on Monday. 1 more case has been recorded as a coincidental death, increasing the tally to 148. Meanwhile, there were 23 new cases with ages ranging from 14 days to 87 years, pushing the total to 49,379, with 20,071 being active. Of the new cases, 14 are women and 9 are men. St. Catherine dominates the new cases with 9 being recorded. A total of 1,849 tests were conducted. The country's positivity rate stands at 4.1%. In the meantime, there were 187 more recoveries, increasing the total to 27,919. Some 131 people are in hospital, with 28 being moderately ill and 9 critically ill. 4 people are in government quarantine, while 38,256 are at home.
And those were the stories making the news. Stay safe and have a pleasant evening. This is the Hummingbird News Channel, where we keep you up to date with news from across Jamaica. Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to hit the bell so you can keep up to date with our new uploads. Until next time, be the change that you wish to see